What's good, guys? It's your boy CS. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you are getting some good downtime, some relaxation, and some good food down here, and you get refreshed for the new year because we do have a ride upon us. Now, for me, it's just a normal day. I just keep grinding non-stop 24/7. So, Christmas special for you guys. One of the things that I've been talking about in the VIP chat so much is this yellow trend line, right, on the tether dominance. And continually I've been going on about it because we've got one, two, three, four, and now possibly a fifth retest this week where we just can't break it. And that's where I was when I saw this wick and I was like, if we make a close up here and then back test that, then we've broken it on the daily. But actually on the daily we came back and then we came back again. And since then, I've back tested it quite a few times on the daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retests on that yellow line. And also on the 4.3, we only closed above it one day. And so we closed it the next day and then yesterday and today so far looks good. Ultimately, this tether dominance tells us a lot because the end of our cycle is basically here within this purple zone, right? This is the end of the cycle when the tether dominance drops to these kind of levels and where you want to be DCAing out from. So in theory, it would have been good if the tether dominance went back up and then we got a massive spike down. But from what it looks like right now, it looks like we are heading down, which is, good for a lot of us because I think a lot of us have been punished in many of our alts. And remember, the ones who win are the ones that are buying in blood. And I continually kept saying, buy the red candles in spot. Not financial advice, but buy in red. That's all I ever do. But I do on leverage. So there's a bit of a dangerous game that I'm playing. And so I've got different strategies for that myself. Now, the dominance as well was also something I wanted to look at because we came from November at the top. And then we've got a local top or local resistance level now here at 58.09%, let's call it. And so we're finding some good back tests off here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now, well, we'll see how this candle closes. But even if we do go above it, I still think that 58.49% level is going to be hard to break here. It really is. And I think alts have got such a long way to travel within that box, which is down here to the 44 to 39.93% region. There's just so much for alts to do here. Like, they've not really done anything, let's be honest. Like, all the top memes, apart from maybe Pepe and probably Pepe and all the other ones that are like climbing aboard, like Peanut, Chill Guy, and even Fartcoin, and some of these other newer ones, they're going to get a big, heavy retrace, just like Peanut and Chill Guy and all the other new ones, right? They're all going to get a massive retrace before they go back up. Because look at things like SPX, right? That got the heaviest retrace and now is moving really, really, quite thunderous to the upside. It's done really well. Like, it's had back-to-back candles of like 25, 3, had a 16 before that drawdown, but then 8% and then 11%. So it's done really well, SPX, from where it came from and out of this zone where, I bought it from, which is around here. So, things that have a retrace are better coins. Even Popcat, like I see Popcat, he just can't stay here for long, Popcat, let's be honest. Can't stay here for long. Turbo's already made its move. It's been going nuts. 5%, 26%. Yeah, it's just been going crazy. 30% in like 3 days, 4 days. There's a lot of coins that need to basically catch up that are lagging. And so those are the coins that I'd be looking at as well, if I was going to be buying any. But right now, I'm pretty much already in from where the tether dominance was. Bitcoin itself, anyone who's looking at Bitcoin and the points of control, etc. So on a smaller time frame, we're getting rejected on this particular point of control, which was 99k, which I literally said, I was like, we're going to get some type of rejection from there. 100% we are. But what could happen is we may come back down to like maybe 96 and then go for the next leg up. The way that I'm seeing this is like a double bottom here. So like this bit, not got the brush, but basically like something like that. So we could basically see a move where if this plays out, if we get our measuring tool, and let's say we'll just take it from here from 98, right? From 98 to 92, let's call it a 6% move. Yeah, will take us to 104k, which is the next resistance zone. So bang on again. The whole measurement tool, and the reason why I do this is so that I know in advance where we're heading to if we do move, and where traders would generally look at as their take profit region. And that 104k seems like a sensible range because it is the previous point of control top. So around here is where we saw a lot of fighting getting done on these 4-hour candles, and even coming back up and then going back down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? And then in terms of the ascending triangle, yesterday we just crept back in it. Now, I don't know whether I should be looking at this on a weekly or a daily, but usually when on a daily, we close 1, 2, 3 candles out, 1 candle back in. Can this get back in? If so, the ascending triangle is still in play, and it's just a huge manipulation again. Spider line resistance, we are very much within this zone. Like I said, this was a heavy resistance level to break out of. And more importantly, the most kind of secret thing that I want you guys to be focused on, and if you've made it this far, fantastic for you. We are where we need to be at this cycle. At this time from last cycle. So 4 years ago, let's just say December the 13th, I know we're on the 25th and it's Christmas, but the Z score was like 2.82 before it blew up. See that? See how it just blew up? Now we're at 2.82 on the 25th of December today, right? And look at this move up until January, up until March, up until April. It goes up to the 6th region, the Z score, and that's where you want to be taking profits from, right? This is a free website, Bitcoin Magazine Pro. It has all the top indicators, including the Robert Pie cycle and many others. Don't fade it. But that's what I wanted to show you, that we are bang on where we need to be. And another thing I wanted to see was, well, where were we 4 years ago today? So let's take December the 25th of 2020. So we're here, right? And we've just done this little zigzag motion for like 2 weeks. Zigzag motion, right? And then we've blown up. We've gone ballistic from December the 25th. Ironically, a happy Christmas for many. And look here where we're at. For the past 2 weeks, even 3 if you want to call it, we've just been zigzagging around, really. We've not really been doing anything. We've just been chilling. And so, basing it off history, remember, history is a really good teacher for every one of us. The 2020 and 2021 cycle showed that. And then the 2016 and 2017 cycle, well, this one's a bit more interesting, where we do zigzag around, we go up, 25th, we go up, and then we get this crash in January that takes us all the way down. But actually, having a look at that, we had the earlier crash, which was like our August the 5th dip, right? But since then, they never had a big dip. And so that cycle required a massive dip. But on this leg up, I don't think we are necessarily entitled to that, because imagine all this zigzag pain that we went through. And now we've gone through these zigzag pains as well. Like, these are massive zigzag pains for altcoins in particularly. Not really Bitcoin, but all the alts got punished while we're going zigzag like this sideways ultimately, right? And so my thesis is that I believe personally that we are going much higher, much higher. And where the Z score is right now, I think that is a real key indicator. Also the SPX, which is fantastic. If you look at the point of control, right? and the correlation of this line here, this white line, 5862. We bounced off it, came back and back tested it, and then came back and back tested it once again. Look at that, how perfect that is. And now SPX is on its way. What we could see is, and I don't know if this is a specific gap, right? Where this is technically a gap. But if it is, then we come back down and then we go back up. In my opinion, anyway, that we fill this particular wick. But I feel like that wick is already coincided there. So it's not really anything to be bothered with. And just generally with alts, like I've got a few alts here. Yeah, a lot of them are getting a bit of a beating. And I think that's right because they pumped the past 2 to 3 days. Now let the Bitcoin make its move and let the dominance prevail just a little bit longer. And then the alts can start catching up. It doesn't matter where they really go. Like, look at Brett. If I was a betting man, you've got one more chance of buying here at 0.137, this weekly resistance zone, right? Everything is practically at weekly resistance or daily resistance. So if I went on Turbo, for instance, it's coming back to that 104.807 region, right? And you got to remember, a lot of these coins have been hammered. Like Turbo did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in red, right? Moo did, and I'm going to ignore that green candle, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 red candles. Oh, well, 13 on that green one, right? And then we've only had 2 green candles up. And right now, that looks like a really ugly candlestick. But this could flip at the change of a switch because there's double bottoms forming everywhere. So anyway, guys, that's where, I believe the money is. There are a lot of coins still doing well. Some coins like, some shit coins like this are pumping. Some shit coins like Panda are pumping. There are coins that are doing actually very well, but for the general most part, I feel like this V bottom, double bottom reversal pattern that many of us know about, that is the key indicator. And as long as the tether dominance doesn't close above here, I'm not really worried. The only thing I'm worried about is taking profits and where to take profits. All right, guys, hope you have a good rest of the holidays and you enjoy the content. Make sure you give a thumbs up and